what SimplyLive does. So we mainly are focused on multi-camera productions. We have four main software applications that we work around, which is an all-in-one system. We have slow motion replay, which can also be part of the all-in-one if we go to multi-users. We have a referee review system for official and coaching review, and then we also have an ISO recorder. So with all of these different applications and the type of back-end hardware that you're using, we give you flexibility to work in a very small varsity bundle, for example, where it's a single user, very efficient, very small, which is what we're showing here. Or when we go to our larger server, we allow you to run with multi-users, which is the other setup that we're showing here. So if we come over and we look at the mini server, which is part of the varsity bundle, you see this is a very small, efficient package. This server gives you options of 4 and 8 channels built for a single user. So the single user can run in an all-in-one. So this is showing our all-in-one, where here we can go up to 6 cameras with the program clean and dirty. And from this UI as an operator, I can do all of the live camera switching. I can be keying graphics on and off. And the graphics are coming from an external NDI graphics system. So if you see the laptop here, so this is a graphics that, for example, you can see here as a graphics operator, I can be keying the graphics on and off, and you'll see on the UI there, you see that my NDI graphics, how they're being animated onto my program output. So live switching, graphics, I can use a Shuttle Express here, you see, to do replays. So down below I have my replays. It automatically would trigger my replay effect, give me my replay bug. I can quickly go to a second angle, back to live with the replay effect and graphics coming back on. So just a real brief overview of what I can do here. So that's single user. I have the replay remote, so also for a traditional replay operator that is used to using a replay remote, if I'm running specifically in the replay UI, they can run a traditional remote to operate it that way. Otherwise, if it's a newer operator that is comfortable with a touch UI, they can simply use a touch screen and the Shuttle Express for a little bit of a tactile feel and be able to run replays that way. Here, same idea, same setup with the all-in-one, but here we're showing the flexibility of running with multiple operators. So here, we break it out in a sort of pilot, co-pilot mode where I have my first seat as a TD director, where I have all of my live sources, and here we're showing where we can go up to 12 cameras. So here, same concept. I've got my keyable graphics that are coming over NDI, and here you see I have actually 12 sources that I can cut through. Okay, but the difference here is I also have replay sources here that instead of myself as a single operator, I have a separate replay operator that can either use the touch UI, and you see here I'm able to control all 12 sources in sync, or very easily jump to different layouts. So just to show you, because we have basketball and soccer, there's basketball, or if I want to switch this to my soccer, I can do that. And again, control those sources individually, and then cue replays, let's say 2 angles. And I see now, as a TD director, the replay is ready. So now I can trigger the replay. The replay operator here can control speed. They can affect to another angle, which you see is going on air. And then as a TD director, I can come back to live action. If the operator wants to use a traditional remote, I can use the remote to control either all of my sources or individual outputs. But the same concept, cue a replay. I can cue my angles from the remote if I prefer. Roll my first angle, go there, roll my first angle, and effect from the remote. Cue another angle, effect, and do that from here. Of course, from the system here, I can also build playlists, create clips, marking in, marking out, save it to a location, recall it later, play it back. So the typical replay functions that you would expect. Within the system, We encode in DNX 145, so a full high-res codec. We can export clips, we can import clips. We're very flexible in the system and what we're doing. So here showing the other application, which is the referee or coaching review. So you see the UI here is a bit different, but again, it's tailored to be more simplified and specifically either for a referee or a coaching review. So here you can see that I have individual sources that I can control, but the same concept. From the touchscreen, I can very easily control all of my sources. Within any of these sources at any time, you see I have the ability to pinch and zoom. And then from this, I can decide to pre-select maybe 4 angles that I want to look at a little bit more closely. So you see I can adjust. Again, within any of these, I can pinch and zoom. I can go from 4 to 2. Again, pinching and zooming within any of this if I want to control my sources, I can control. And then perhaps I want to look at this full screen. I can select that, look at a full screen, pinch, zoom, and that very simple application to be able to, again, look at and analyze for a referee. So, in the multi-user layout, the other flexibility about what we can do is our UIs can be multi-user, which also means across multiple applications. So, if you have a full server, we could actually be running the live production as you see here. And then if there is an additional need for the referee review, for example, we could add another UI. So this could be courtside, for example, or on the field, taking advantage of the same sources coming from the live production and then be able to run yet a third UI to be able to run the referee review application. Within the referee review, again, there as well, we can clip, we can export, we can work with those clips offline for analysis after the fact or for coaches. And in the ref system as well, that can also be multi-user. So in a scenario where you just have referee review, perhaps for central review, we can have different users working in collaboration, master, sync, we have different roles that allow you to, based on your role in a referee review scenario, be able to be very flexible in what you're doing. Last thing that we're showing is our USB and live streaming system. So this system here, we have 2 versions. We have the 1U, which we're showing here, which is a single HD SDI input, or we have a 2-rack unit, which allows you to record up to 4 HD SDI. With these systems, we've got 10 USB ports in the front, so we're able to take your HD SDI, we record it locally on an SSD, and then create H.264 up to 10 megabits that you can instantly write to 10 USBs and or live stream. So for example, if I want to record my live program that I'm creating on my V-Box, I can take that, use the MMR, this is an MMR 110, record the USBs for talent or for the schools, etc., to hand out copies, but then at the same time I can point it to an RTMP destination, for example, to live stream it on an OTT platform. And that's all of our products that we're showing here at NAB New York.